Hezbollah, Hamas, and other Palestinian militant organizations have formed the basis of Iran's proxy network in the Levant. But this network now seems to be in doubt, as most organizations are starting to shift towards the mainstream Sunni Arab consensus. Aleppo, the biggest city and the commercial hub of Syria, was the turning point. With the majority of the city now under the control of rebel forces, the traditional Iranian proxies are reconsidering their commitment to Tehran. If you remember, at the start of the Syrian uprising, all of the proxies backed the Syrian government, but now they're not only turning away, but openly supporting the rebel forces. This is because of a number of reasons. First off, none of these proxies want to be engaged in Syria. Many of them understand it's a losing battle, and why waste assets in something that cannot be contained? Al-Assad's inner circle is cracking, and it's just a matter of time before the regime collapses. And with that collapse, there will be negative consequences for any of the pro-Iranian proxies. So most of them are switching sides while they still can. One example is Hamas. Thanks to the rise of the Muslim Brotherhood in neighboring Egypt, Hamas is no longer dependent on Iranian sources, and therefore has distanced itself from Tehran. Egypt's Muslim Brotherhood has stepped up to fill the gap. And it's not just Hamas, but other Palestinian and Shia militant organizations as well. Even Hezbollah, the symbol of Iranian proxies, is rethinking its position. For example, a couple weeks ago, Tehran made the request to Hezbollah to send 2,000 elite reinforcements to Syria. But so far Hezbollah only sent around 300 troops. Because Hezbollah too understands that the regime in Syria will eventually collapse, and once that happens, Hezbollah better be on the good relations with the new government of Syria. So it's likely that Hezbollah will reform itself as a Lebanese resistance movement rather than an Iranian proxy. There are of course proxies still loyal to Iran, such as the Palestinian Islamic Jihad, but most realize that it's better to switch sides now and forge new alliances before it's too late. The fact that so many of Iran's proxies are switching sides will have dramatic geopolitical consequences in the Levant. This was a Caspian report by me, Shirvan. Thank you for watching. Sağ ol.